Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan Ferraro from Manalapan Township, and I am the proctor for today's graduation celebration. Class 25, on your feet, attention!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the virtual graduation ceremony of the Academy of Law and Public Safety. My name is Special Officer 1, Jake Mikowski of the Long Branch Police Department. I am also an EMT for the Rumson and Little Silver First Aid Squads. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Every morning after the pledge, we say 317 in honor of former ALPS student, Officer Christopher Matlos. Officer Matlos was a Lakewood Township police officer who was sadly killed in the line of duty. In addition, we also say his badge number every morning to remind us that in this profession, there is great risk as well as great reward.
Class 25, take seats.
Good afternoon, Class 25, all of the amazing families joining us today, and the staff. My name is Jessica Separovich, and I'm honored to be speaking today. The first day I walked into ALPS is when this amazing journey started for not only me, but for every one of us graduating together today. At first, it may have been a big change to leave our friends and our high schools behind. Those friends in previous schools are all that we knew prior to our journey here together. For me, this journey is one that I'll never forget. The memories, life lessons, and people we have met and come to confide in along the way helped each one of us grow tremendously. With the help of each other, our families, and the amazing staff at ALPS, we are graduating as a family today. We leave the school that we have come to love these last 2 years, with many life lessons under our belt. We know how to care for ourselves and others in ways we would have not thought possible. We have a new sense of family and devotion. We have been pushed to succeed to our highest potential. As we enter this new and exciting chapter of our lives, we bring so much more with us. Each one of us is better prepared to handle adult situations. We leave more confident to move forward. Regardless of which of us become cops, lawyers, EMTs, firefighters, etc., we begin this new chapter in our lives with so much support. Personally, I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. Thank you, Mr. Diver, for showing us tremendous leadership and acceptance, and the occasional roast of asking me if I was at a nightclub with my necklace. Thank you, Mrs. Sauer, for always listening to anything I had to talk about and giving me the best advice through our personal discussions. Thank you, Mrs. Mezzi, for always having a smile on your face when I'd walk through the doors. Thank you, Captain Powers, for the encouragement, constant advice, and pure kindness these last 2 years. Thank you, LT Mac, for the constant laughs and stories. LT Dutt, thank you for all the experiences you shared with us about being a state trooper and everything on Tuesday. Mr. Burke, thank you for making history as enjoyable as it could be for high schoolers. Coach, your enthusiasm and support that pushed many of us very hard these last 2 years will not be forgotten. Mrs. J, thank you for all of your patience while trying to teach us math. Mrs. Jeffries, thank you for all of your selfless support and love for each and every one of us. You have shown us how to be stronger and more courageous individuals. Last but not least, thank you, Mrs. Razzo, for showering our class with the utmost kindness and support. And a huge thank you to Class 25 for making each day at ALPS more worthwhile. I am beyond grateful to have spent these last 2 years with each and every one of you. This may not be the graduation we pictured as young kids. Although we are not physically with one another today, the presence and guidance of our classmates and teachers have been with us every day since our last day at ALPS. We learned to adapt and overcome the situation that was forced upon us and every other 2020 graduate. Together, day by day, we supported each other as we navigated through this different lifestyle. We came together as a family, and that is more important than any stage we would walk across today. I wish you all the best of luck and nothing but success, health, and happiness. Congratulations, Class 25. Remember, not fade away.
Good day. On behalf of the Monmouth County Vocational School District, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Charles Ford, School Business Administrator Colette Flatt, and myself, let me be the first to offer congratulations to this year's graduating seniors from the Academy of Allied Health and Science, the Academy of Law and Public Safety, Biotechnology High School, Communications High School, Class Academy, the High Technology High School, and the Marine Academy of Science and Technology. While I know the events over these past few months is not how you expected to finish your senior year, please know that it does not in any way diminish your accomplishments over these past 4 years. You and your families have so much to be proud of. While I know this has been a difficult time for each of you and your families, graduations are also a time to reflect and to give thanks. What I'd like to do is recognize those individuals and groups who made today possible. I want to acknowledge the Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders, who supplies so much support to our district. I want to recognize all of the industry partners who provide mentorships and work with all of our programs to keep them current and make them first rate. I want to recognize the parents for your undying love and support of your sons and daughters over these past 4 years. Never more seen than in these last 3 months. I have to recognize the staff of all of our schools and the tremendous job they did over these past 4 years, but certainly over these last 3 months as they went to a remote education plan with each of you while they were all still caring for their families. They have done a tremendous job and deserve our thanks. But most of all, I want to acknowledge you, the class of 2020, and all of your accomplishments. As I said, graduations are a time to give thanks, but they're also a time to reflect. So life does not always go the way you plan or the way you want. You can't always control the events in your life, but you can control how you respond to these events. Philosophers, musicians, poets have spent centuries trying to define and describe what this approach to life is. But I know someone who condensed it into 2 words: keep smiling. I want to just take a moment, and I'll come back to that, but anyone out there who is listening to these remarks who works in the healthcare field, law enforcement, transportation, the food industry, skilled labor, communications, biomedical research, is a teacher, and all of the other essential workers who selflessly went to work and continue to go to work so the rest of us can stay home, I want to thank you. You are heroes in my book and deserve our praise. I'd like to tell you about someone else who, in his own way, is a hero. Not necessarily at the front lines like these people I've just mentioned, but I can say this: none of you, including myself, would be here today if it were not for him. Keep smiling. This individual personifies what it means to live a life in the service to others. He was a son of New Jersey, lived in New Jersey his entire life, and unless you lived in Oceanport, you may never have heard the name of Clem Summers. Clem graduated from the Wolf Hill School in Oceanport. He was president of his 8th grade class. Even then, he showed those leadership skills that he became known for. And a true leader is someone who puts the needs of others in front of their own needs. He was the first Eagle Scout from Troop 58 in Oceanport. He served his country in the Navy and was so severely injured that he spent a year in a body cast. He was expected never to walk again, but walk he did for the next 70 years, and we are all grateful for that. He was a member of the First Aid Squad in Oceanport, and he still served, up until his death for over 50 years in the Oceanport Fire Department. He served for over 25 years as a councilman, was the mayor of Oceanport, and was a Monmouth County freeholder. His contributions to Oceanport and the county are numerous, but just to name a few: the Police Academy, the Monmouth County Library headquarters in Manalapan, and many other buildings that still exist in Monmouth County and serve the residents of Monmouth County. But by far, Monmouth County Vocational School is his real legacy. He served on our Board of Education for over 40 years, many of those as the president. He built the Career Center. He accepted the Marine Academy of Science and Technology into the district back in 1983, and to this day, worked to see that that campus continued to grow and develop. He started with the administration, but under his leadership, the High Technology High School, Allied Health, Class Academy, Communications High School, the Culinary Arts Program in Asbury Park, Biotech, and the Academy of Law and Public Safety, because he believed that the students of Monmouth County deserved a world-class education, which was second to none. He also loved Michigan football. He spent many Saturdays traveling to Michigan and attending their games. At graduation, he would always look through the program and identify any students who were going to Michigan to offer a few words. So let me share with Biotechnology High School student Kirti Aplash and Krishna Palya that if Mr. Summers was here in my place, he would welcome you to the Michigan family. He'd look forward to seeing you next year, and you will be there with 110 other Michigan fans in what they call the Big House. I think it's important to note that Mr. Summers never had a family member attend Monmouth County Vocational School. His commitment to this district was because he believed in the residents and students of Monmouth County. He did what he did because he was a true public servant. He had three expressions that he always said. The first, everybody he met, if it was a stranger, it didn't matter. He'd always ask if they had started their Christmas shopping yet, which was certainly an icebreaker. Anytime somebody would ask if he needed any help, he would always say he needed a winning lottery ticket. But the most important thing, and everyone who knew Mr. Summers, he ended every conversation, every phone call with the same expression: keep smiling. Keep smiling. keep smiling. The world has promise. The world is good. There are things to look forward to in this life, and his legacy, his life's commitment, besides his family and his grandchildren, was to the students of Monmouth County and Monmouth County Vocational School. He often said that Monmouth County Vocational School was the best school district in the country. I believe that's true, but a big part of that was because of the leadership of Clem Summers. To the class of 2020, I present the life of Clem Summers as an example to you of what a life in the service of others can mean, and as an example of a life well lived. To the class of 2020, I say to you, keep smiling. Life will get better. Congratulations, class of 2020, and God bless you.
Hello there, and welcome to our family, friends, guests, and of course, most importantly, our graduates here for all our academies here in Monmouth County. So this is unique times that we never in our wildest dreams would have thought that we would have been engaging in at this time. And I look at when I talk to our graduates or talk about our graduates, I hope this is the last time they ever have to go through this. Unfortunately for them, it's the year that is probably one of the most special years of their life here is that graduation, high school graduation. You know, somebody told me this a while back before when I was talking about this, and I'm a big proponent of trying to find an alternative way to have people in person here, is that, you know, not everybody goes to college. Not everybody moves on to that another level of education, but they move into it progressing in their life. And high school graduations are probably one of the most important component of a young adult's life. So to miss out on it, it's something you're missing out on in person. But it's our job as administrators and leaders to try to make it as fulfilling as possible. And I guess that will come in this case with words. And so as I talk to the parents and the family members of the graduates, I could tell you, I know this, that each and all of you are so proud of these students here. But let me tell you what it is to us here as local officials. And I kind of use it somewhere where we talk a little bit of our political career. And when we go out there and we campaign for elections, and I will tell you that each and every one of our freeholders, myself, Deputy Director Kylie, Freeholder Berry, Impreveduto, and Duraco, tout our high schools, tout our academies on the benefit that they are. So our graduates, I will tell you, the one thing you do for us is you help us get elected because of your success and your commitment and your dedication. And, you know, I look at what our future's about, and that's important. You know, the feeder part of any organization, and government being one, is the most important part. You're there today, you have leaders today, whether you like them or not, they're going to be gone, and we're going to need a good feeder program. Whether you're in government, business, whatever that might be, education, that might be, we need people. And you know what? Our future's bright, and I could see that through all our academies. So when I look at our graduates and I talk to our graduates and I see the graduates over the course of the years, I see the bond and the closeness that they have. And I guess one thing I could say to the graduates is you'll move on to your next career and you'll have new friends. You'll build new relationships. But I could almost guarantee that what you will have is a friendship that you have today that you'll never forget. People that you're not even that close with in your high school class, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you will see that person and say, wow, we went to school together. We went to high school together. It's something you never forget. And at those reunions, it's almost like it was yesterday when you get there. Old times being spoken about, funny jokes, funny times are talked about because they're special times. And they're times that you'll never forget. So remember, you'll cross paths with your fellow classmates. I can guarantee it, one time or another. And when you do, the day how you're graduating at this time of the year will be as special as it is today, will be special when you talk to your fellow classmates years down the road. And on behalf of all of our freeholders, the one thing I could leave you with is Monmouth County, the 630,000 people in Monmouth County are proud of our graduates. And know that your commitment and dedication will continue and hopefully stay here in Monmouth County, will make Monmouth County the great place that it is now, continue to be the great place because of young adults like you. So congratulations on behalf of the freeholders, and God bless.
My name is Dennis Ngolia. I am the Vice President of the Monmouth County Vocational School District. It's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today upon your graduation. I do not have to tell you that the class of 2020 has undergone an extraordinary year. You need only look around you. Instead of the company of your classmates, we meet in a virtual ceremony. But regardless of the nature of today's celebration, it does not dilute nor change the nature of your accomplishments. Graduation is a time-honored rite of passage for young people everywhere. It is an opportunity to look both backward and forward. It is the moment where you may say goodbye to what was and look ahead to what will be. One thing is for certain, you will always remember it. Every generation revels in the stories their parents tell them of their childhood. My dad told me he had to walk 5 miles to school, in the snow, uphill, both ways. When you have your children, you will tell them about the great pandemic of 2020, how everybody wore masks, how we kept 6 feet apart, how we sprayed disinfectant at anything that moved, and how your graduation was on a computer screen. The challenges you and your teachers have faced this year have been daunting, not only for the health risks, but for the disconnection from everything that we had taken for granted. But challenges make us stronger, and you, the class of 2020, were the people who adapted and persevered in a time where everything we knew in the entire world seemed to stand on its head. Your achievements and those of your parents who were right there at your side are nothing short of remarkable. You are part of history, and you will be remembered for it. There has been a lot of talk about the new normal. I don't know what that will be, but I do know this. You and your classmates will bring it about. And judging from the way you have handled these difficult times, we shall have no doubt that you will be successful in making the world a better place than where you found it. Recently, we were saddened to learn of the death of our longtime board president, Clement Summers. His hard work and dedication over the years gave this district the national reputation for excellence that it enjoys. His motto was, "Keep smiling," and I can think of no better advice to give you. Along with our sincere congratulations upon your graduation and our best wishes for the future on this happy occasion.
Greetings. My name is Chief Thomas Walsh of the Monmouth Beach Police Department, and I am honored to be the keynote speaker for the Monmouth County Vocational School District, Academy of Law and Public Safety, Class of 2020 Commencement Ceremony. I thank Superintendent McCorkell, Principal DeVere, the faculty, and the entire Board of Education for bestowing this honor upon me. I welcome the graduates, your fellow classmates, your family, and your friends here with me today, well, here in my office. And while I sit here in my office, wishing so much that this ceremony could be conducted in person, I think about all of the challenges that you, your families, the school district, law enforcement agencies, private businesses, and every single American has faced during this difficult time in our nation's history. I find it only fitting to speak to you today about the importance of adapting and overcoming the challenges and obstacles that await you now as you embark on another, yet very exciting chapter of your life. Today, you celebrate an accomplishment, which is the result of many years of hard work. Through all the years of your life, you have been faced with challenges, and you have risen to the occasion, and you have persevered. You have been adapting and overcoming. As an infant, you overcame the inability to walk. As a toddler, you learned to speak. You adapted to the need for language in order to communicate to your parents your most basic needs and wants. And as you progress through every stage of your life, you continually adapted your way of doing things in order to get what you desired. Here at ALPS, you met the challenges of a rigorous course of study, including math, English, science, history, and all of the traditional coursework of a high school. Coupled with the additional coursework associated with private security, the criminal justice system, the legal system, crime scene forensics, and learned about the chain of command as it relates to military and quasi-military organizations. You met all of these challenges, and you have succeeded. Once again, you have adapted and overcame the obstacles and challenges before you. Now, with all of this in mind, and all of this laid out freshly in front of you, I provide to you a quote from renowned scientist Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change." Not the strongest, not the most intelligent, the one that is most adaptable to change. Now think about that. Ponder that and really let it soak in. Remember that as you continue your lives, whether your intention is to further your education at an institution of higher learning, enter the workforce, or join our fine men and women of the armed forces, remember that quote from Charles Darwin. You may not always be the strongest. You may not always be the most intelligent. You're not going to be the smartest in the class. You're not always going to be the smartest in a work group in your employment. You should strive to be the strongest and smartest you can be. However, being flexible, having the ability to meet challenges head on and adapt, find alternative solutions, and executing those changes will prove to be the key component in achieving success. Whether these challenges and obstacles present themselves at college or in the workplace, or, and this may be the most important of all, in real life situations. When these challenges and obstacles present themselves in life, because we all know and learned quite recently that life can throw you a curveball of challenges when you least expect it. If you can be fluid, flexible, and open to adapting, you will not only survive, but you will thrive. In closing, I will say that the education you have received here at ALPS will serve you well in all of your future endeavors. The faculty and administrative staff have provided you a foundation not every high school student is fortunate enough to receive. In addition to your typical high school curriculum, you have gained a complete understanding of the importance of professionalism, teamwork, and ethics. These are the building blocks of which your future is ready to flourish. So I leave you with this. Take all of that knowledge and seize a great future for yourself. Adapt and overcome. On behalf of myself and the entire Monmouth Beach Police Department and law enforcement executives all across our great nation, I congratulate you, the 2020 class of the Monmouth County Vocational School District Academy of Law and Public Safety.
Welcome, families and friends. Today we celebrate a milestone, and not just the graduates of the Academy of Law and Public Safety, but their loved ones as well. From this school's perspective, it is the moral backbone that the students bring from home that make them a true success. Thank you for your continued support of school initiatives, as well as entrusting us in the responsibility for caring for your children. Thank you, Monmouth County Vocational School Board of Education and the Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders for your continued support of the Academy of Law and Public Safety. You have provided our students with a facility and faculty that is second to none. Thank you, Superintendent Tim McCorkell and Assistant Superintendent Charles Ford, who continue to support the growth of this school. Both gentlemen have provided us with great insight and direction on how to manage and develop and expand this proud institution. On behalf of the Academy of Law and Public Safety, we want to wish Mr. Tim McCorkell congratulations on a well-deserved retirement. Sir, you have been a friend, a mentor, and a leader worthy of following. God bless and good luck. Thank you, Academy of Law and Public Safety, faculty and staff, for your continued commitment to the team. Everyone embraces his or her role. Although you have different teaching approaches, you share a common goal to provide our students with a wonderful learning experience. Your teaching excellence has never been more showcased than it has now during remote learning. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. It continues to be a pleasure working with you. Thank you to all local, state, and federal law enforcement representatives who have given their time and energy to provide both guest speakers and field experiences, as well as internships for our students. Special thank you to Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden, Police Academy Director Chief Terry Mahan, Under Sheriff Darrell Breckenridge, Lieutenant Wesley Mayo, and Training Officer John Fay for being the driving force behind bringing the Special Law Enforcement Officer 1 course to the Academy of Law and Public Safety. Nothing epitomizes law enforcement, career, and technical education more than having students already hired by local police departments prior to official graduation. Thank you for your support. At this time, I would like to recognize the 10 SLEO graduates. To the class of 2020, today at your graduation ceremony, you have certainly earned the accolades bestowed. You forever have a place amongst the graduates of our school. I hope for a moment you can feel how great that is. However, understand that today's milestone is just a stepping stone before the next big challenges begin. The future is an amazing place. The cap and gown you wear today does not guarantee future success. Indeed, very far from it. Our world is moving at a rapid pace, changing at a whim, with unparalleled opportunities and some very difficult obstacles. To tackle your challenges at college, in work, and in your day-to-day lives, there are a multitude of skills being an ALPS graduate will give you. You can learn anything you set out. You can follow your passion. You can believe in yourself. You can rely on people for help. You can cope with change. You can be a leader. You can play for a team. Class of 2020, reflect on your time in high school. Consider where you have been and where you are now. The decision you made to join the Academy of Law and Public Safety and how it has affected your life. Reflect on the wonderful people you met here and how each one in their own way supported, encouraged, or motivated you to strive to be your best. Remember the special relationships you form with your instructors while in their classes. Reflect on the support and the encouragement you received from your parents and family, and how proud you were to tell people you attend a law enforcement high school. Class of 2020, the choices you make from here on out will determine your legacy. How will you be remembered? No matter what you choose, you will have to live with the consequences, good or bad. Soon you will leave the warm embrace of home and have to face the most powerful, frustrating, and inspiring fact. In the absence of everything around us, what we do or how we behave comes down to one thing: choice. You choose the attitude you exhibit. You choose where you go from here and how you get there. You take the lessons and memories along the journey to help shape the person you choose to become. Everyone here has had an influence in some way, shape, and form. And we will be with you forever. Your past is always with you, and your future is yet to be made. Class of 2020, your life is ahead of you. You are masters of your journey. What will you choose? Just because we are not here together does not mean that you are not seen, for you are all in my heart. We are at the Monmouth County Police Academy. I see all 37 of you in your caps and gowns. The gymnasium is packed with your families and friends, and your instructors are glowing with pride. They say it's good to end a speech with a quote, so I leave you with the words of the late John Barlow, whose words were sung beautifully by Robert Hall Weir. Fare thee well now. Let your life proceed by its own design. Nothing to tell now. Let the words be yours. I'm done with mine. Without further ado, I ask the graduates to please rise. Mr. McCorkell, Dr. Ford, and Dr. McAndrew, the students before you have fulfilled the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Monmouth County Vocational School District and the state of New Jersey. It is with great pleasure and pride that I now present the Academy of Law and Public Safety's Class 25, the class of 2020. Gina Alafranco. Special Officer Jesus Camargo. Special Officer Richard Canetto. Maya Angel Cherbini. Amanda Samantha Demo. Robert Edward DiLorenzio. Isabella Madison Enriquez. Jordan Ferraro. Jose Miguel Flores. Patrick David Golden. Laura Gomez. Heijun Han. Caitlin Patrice Halabowski. Jack Thomas Homer. Alec Kovaloff. Special Officer Kevin John Crippa Jr. Judith LaRosa. Nancy Lamone Clawell. Special Officer Jake William Milkowski. Special Officer Amber L. Newborn. Anthony Prestino. Special Officer Julia Marie Reasoner. Mina Jeremiah Riz. Charles Richard Rotes. Michaela Rose Roberts. Special Officer Kevin Joseph Schoenberger. Brianna Scully. Special Officer Jessica Lynn Separovich. Anjali Schaefer. Vanessa Marie Sigworth. Alexis Raquel Soto. Jeremiah Sonneville. Carmelina Carol Danny Underhill. Special Officer Daniela Vargas. Special Officer Hunter Charles Wyman. Jennifer Marie Westcott. Jack Regan Zaccoli.
At the Monmouth County Police Academy, it is a tradition for each graduating class to present a plaque with their names engraved on it to the director and staff of the Monmouth County Police Academy. This tradition was carried over to the Academy of Law and Public Safety many years ago. Now, it is my pleasure to present on behalf of the class of 2020, class 25, our senior plaque containing all of our names to the principal and staff at the Academy of Law and Public Safety. This plaque will hang on the walls of our school forever to commemorate the class that improvised, adapted, and overcame.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniela Vargas. Thank you all for coming to our virtual graduation. Though I wish we could be together for this moment, we must appreciate that this is for the safety of not only ourselves, but also those we love. Before we close this evening's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the people who helped us get here today. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are so lucky to have had the opportunity to attend the Academy of Law and Public Safety. Aside from the unique name, ALPS also has an amazing staff. The teachers and support staff have devoted their lives to teaching and mentoring teenagers, and quite frankly, we are a needy bunch. They've given us the tools we need to succeed in the real world, and now we must go out and use them. Thank you all for your devotion to both your job and your students. When we came to ALPS, we had no idea what the next 2 years would hold for us. We had no idea how much of an impact the school would have on us or how close we would all become. The current circumstances have shown us how strong we stand together. Through group calls and texts, we've continued to lift each other up from a social distance. Class 25, though our time together was cut short, our memories will live on forever. The friendships that we've made will last a lifetime. It's crazy to think about all the things we managed to accomplish together in such a short amount of time. We've transferred schools halfway through high school and made new friends. We went to prom, took our driving tests, and became legal adults. Some of us were hired by police departments, and right now we're surviving a pandemic. I think it's only right that we finish by thanking our biggest supporters, our families. Thank you all for going the extra mile for us. Thank you for going through this tough time with us, and thank you for waking us up for school. I know this is a painful task. I'm sure many of your parents are staring at you right now. Make sure you give them a big hug. This is a big moment for us all. We're graduating high school, and they supported us the entire way. Congratulations, Class 25. I wish you all the best of luck as you continue on to your next journey. Please continue to lift up those around you, and always remember that you will always have a family at ALPS.
Class 25, on your feet!
I'm Amanda Demo from Kingsburg Borough. Class 25, prepare to turn.
Class 25, attention! For the last time, fall out!
From the right, quick, march!